The next obstacle that you need and understand that you're going to run into is the threat of physical harm. If people cannot put you in your place by mocking you or making fun of you, then they will physically say, I am going to harm you. That's what they did to Nehemiah. They got to the point where they said, we're going to destroy this wall ourselves, and we are going to destroy you. This is a very tough question to answer for yourself from a Christian point of view. Because when I look at the Scripture, it says, love my neighbor as myself. In fact, it even says, love my enemies and pray for those that persecute you. But I also see stories in the Bible where men and women stood up for what was right. They were willing to fight for their life, willing to fight for their children, willing to fight for their families, willing to fight for their country. And so you have a paradox. I am supposed to love my enemy, and yet at the same time, I am supposed to stand up for what's right. And so how far do I go? When do I take up arms? Are you locked and loaded? I know several people in here are. I'm locked and loaded. And I know how far I can be pushed. But that doesn't give me a right to tell you how far you should be pushed. And this is not an easy thing. When Jesus says to turn the other cheek, that is not a call to pacifism. That is not a call to let people just beat you down until you're dead. When he says turn the other cheek, what he's really saying is don't be easily insulted. If somebody insults you, let it go. Somebody says something to you, let it go. But the Bible is replete with stories of men and women that stood up. And there is a time, and I don't know where that time is. There is a place, and I may not know where that place is, for each and every one of you to stand against evil. To stand against the things that stand against God. Now, what did these people do? They took stock of the situation. They took the threat seriously. And there are times in life when you will be threatened, you need to take it seriously. And they did not just sit back and say, well, I hope God saves me when we get attacked. They took stock of the weapons they had. They got their weapons, their swords, their spears, their shields. They divided it up. And half the people watched and half the people worked. In other words, they did not quit what they were doing. They kept building. As you need to keep building your life, keep building your morals, keep building your integrity, keep building your character, keep building your life. But you have to be cognizant of the fact that there are people that might not only threaten you but attack you. They had strategies, they had meetings, they had strategies. What will we do if this happens? They looked at tactical things that they could do. And if you read the 5th chapter, almost the whole chapter tells of what they did. They did not cower in fear. They did not prepare. They prepared to fight. They were not going to be the first ones to throw the punch or shoot. But they were ready if somebody shot at them. Where that moment is, where that place is for you, I don't know. But I do believe that if you are a man or woman of God and you are trying to live a godly life, there will be threats against you, and you better be ready to deal with it.